Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Dishman. Today I'll be talking about challenges in clinical data analytics. All right, here's my brief overview. I'll be talking about what is clinical analytics, what does it actually do, big name players who are already using these procedures, examples, issues, software developers, and final take-home point at the end. All right. So, what is clinical analytics? That's a big question. So let's go from here. Clinical analytics is basically a component of business marketing software developers and consulting services who use this information in healthcare field to make decisions for their patients. These databases are very critical, and for the future, if it grows, which is predicted to grow by a substantial amount, it's going to be paramount in establishing what and what not procedures to do for patients out there. It's also, it was developed in the Population Health Management, the PHM, which is another term that I learned, Healthcare Analytics Adoption Mode, and Affordable Care Act. These are all results from this. The clinical data analytics are resulted from these procedures. And it also has eight progressive levels. These progressive levels range from rapid point solutions to clinical risk interventions. What exactly does clinical data analytics do? Like I said earlier, it provides the most important and most prevalent medical conditions and what not to do for patients in order to make them better. It gives the results from previous procedures so they can, like I said, the doctors can know what's going to work and what didn't work. Remote studies I thought was pretty cool. Some patients in the smaller industries are given devices such as tablets or handheld devices which they record the information, and this is vital. These recordings are going straight to these databases and being shot out to other people who want to use the information. In the future, this clinical data analytics are going to be used for preventive care. Instead of reacting to what's going on for the patient, it's going to be very vital and paramount in order to prevent situations occurring to the patients. And last, aids in decision making, which I'll be saying over and over again because this is very important. Clinical data analytics is going to be very vital in determining what doctors are going to be doing for patients. These are some big name players who are already utilizing this system. Clinical data analytics examples. These are some examples. All right, so if you look over here, this is how it pretty much works. So you have all these different information and data tools. We're shooting to the central database here. And this is being shot out to different softwares and data experts, and they're determining, which procedures not to use. And this is just some charts and what they will actually see when they get the information. All right, so issue. This is what we're here for. Issues. This is going to be from the beginning. Money. Not everyone has the money. Of course, all the big name players, they have the money for it, but not all of them are using it. So we'll get why they're not using it in a little bit. But it's too expensive for the small name players, so they're not able to use it. So we're finding ways to make it cheap and affordable for everyone to be able to utilize and benefit. Trust issues. Not all these doctors are willing to trust other people's data. They're used to trusting the data they know, and from the physicians and doctors, they are used to their research. So they're just being shot out information from some anonymous person not willing to be able to trust it as well. You also have error concerns because not all these issues. Sometimes you have error, so that's always a concern. And security concerns. So software developers are having some issues developing software that are able to decrypt and encrypt this information of the patient, because security is very paramount. We have all this, these patients' birthdays, social security numbers, so it's very vital that we be able to protect these things. And of course, HIPAA, because a lot of people get in trouble for this. Other issues, time allocation. It's very tough for people to be able to implement the time and also have time to use this data, because it's so hard to come away from what you're already, your primary concern, to taking out. There's a lot of time to be able to use this, because this software is going to be new to everyone, so it's going to take time to learn. It's difficult to step back and be like, oh man, how am I going to figure out this? So, and it's don't have to standardize always. You also have change. Change is, like we talked about last week with EHRs, people are not used to change. They want to be stuck in their old ways, so they're not willing to step back and realize that this is going to be important in the future, and it's going to change lives. Software developers, they're definitely having problems because all this stuff is standardized, so they're not able to differentiate themselves from everyone else. Everything's so standardized, everything's gonna look the same. So who's gonna stand out? Who's gonna look different? Well, this is where software developers are having issues. They're trying to figure out which way they're gonna make themselves important and be able to make themselves competitive. So if say IBM or Apple, IBM's cheaper and Apple's way more expensive. I'm gonna choose IBM because they're the exact same thing, but IBM is for less price. That's what they're trying to figure out. You also have no originality. And the final take-home points. The benefits from having data in a medical field centralized into one database where it can be easily accessed to determine the best fit for patients is endless. It can lead to better preventive care, less wait times, and unnecessary procedures. Unfortunately, issues such as the cost of implementation, security concerns, and possessing the willingness to change still need to be addressed in order to maximize these methods. That's what we talked about. And use more sources. Thank you. Have a good day.